Hello everybody, it's afternoon and both the babies are there and Agita is there. We had a good night. Polls were minimal. I exchanged text emails with friends night and morning, and then today got up, text emails, all that stuff, and then just appreciated the fact that for a long time the polls have been relatively low, even for casino. And the other thing, can you imagine having this much cash on me? And so anyway, I went out to deposit the money, and then I realized that I hadn't kept the right card. So I deposited some of the money, but the other account I'd left the card here, safe, because I didn't want to have it at the casino. I'd used it before, so I had to come back to get this card So I deposited some of the money in one account, and this way now we'll have to do it so it goes into Visa and all of that. So anyway, I'm going back to the bank, and I also made an appointment for Friday morning for the mini because the people here didn't come through, so I have to take it to Chatham, so I have to leave it very early, like 7 o'clock in the morning. And then tomorrow I got a dental appointment, and I'm kind of looking forward to the cleaning because compared to the casino and the ordeal and the torture, teeth cleaning, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be pleasant. So I got the dental appointment tomorrow, maybe lunch afterwards if I can eat, up in Richmond Hill, and then maybe sort of cat volunteer driving, but actually just driving a friend, driving a friend's friend who doesn't have a car, him and his cat. So just sort of volunteer driving. So driving the cat and the person back from the vet. So if the timing works, depending on when my appointment finishes and when they're ready for. So tomorrow is busy, dentist, lunch, driving a cat, and then Friday is the mini, long trip. I haven't been out to that in months, so I really have to do that anyway. And then Thursday I might go to the audio show, so it's a good thing to be busy this week. Anyway, got to get back before the bank closes, and then find lunch. Bye for now. This is my return to the ordinary world, and so far so good. Hello everybody, I went and deposited the 2,000 bucks. I looked at my higher estimate was correct. I am going to be about 1,000 or so down because I had been about 4,000 down, and now I put 3,000 back in. I would have been even had I been able to walk out, which I couldn't, being a compulsive gambler, being a casino weasel. But I could have been down $4,000. So, and the good thing about this one is it was such an ordeal. It was so torturous that I don't have the pull to go back to the casino now. And if I'd broken even and it was fun, and I was like, oh, I got money, and then I walk out and I have lunch and I go back today, and I was like, oh, I got 4,000 bucks, let's start going again. This way I'm like, oh no, no thank you, that was awful, So that's what's happening. I'm having lunch at this place. They have a late lunch at Everest. I've shown it before. It's Hakka. So I'm having the soup, and then I'm having the chili shrimp. Bye for now, and then back to the kids. Just returning. And do some writing, some journals, and maybe tidying if I can. And then tomorrow, dentist, and driving someone to the vet. And if that works out timing-wise, Thursday auto show, Friday the trip to the, I will stop at the house after the mini is fixed, because, and I trust that mechanic, so it's worth the drive, as long as it's not really bad weather. Anyway, so the week food is excellent as always. Chili shrimp and with sauce, and lots of peppers, and extra spicy, and then adding peppers, and fried rice, and spring roll, and some, and all that for like 14 bucks. Anyway, not that I should be wanting, but not a very bad or. Anyway, got most of it back. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, I'm here at the dentist. Got here on time, and exchanged texts with my cat rescuer friend. So later on the day, I might be driving the person to pick up the cat. And in between, I might go for lunch, or I might go home. Depending on the weather, it's just starting to snow. And I've been sort of joking with my friends that I was looking forward to this. And one of my friends said, "Oh, I know someone who enjoys it." I said, "I don't enjoy. I'm phobic of dentists. I hate it. But compared to trying to, walk out of the casino and not being able to, this is a piece of cake." Hello, everybody. Yeah, the both sides of the nose. Excellent dentist and excellent, dental hygienist. I'm phobic. But, and it was painful. I'm not saying it wasn't painful. But compared to the, ordeal, I mean, it was less painful than trying to walk out of the casino with cash on me. At least I was just strapped in the chair and I didn't have to do anything. I just had to sit there and feel the pain. Whereas with the other shit, I have to struggle. This way it was just and they're very good at their job. So I'm I have no complaints and very reasonable. The cost of just 3 minutes of spinning on a wheel, like $300 for a really good cleaning, Now my mouth is all now the dentist said another 45 minutes before I can eat. So I'm going to PetSmart just down the road, up the block. So I can buy some nice flavors for the kids. And then, if my mouth is unfrozen enough, it's still, right now, I couldn't possibly eat. But in about, another half an hour, I'll shop here. And then by the time I get to the host Indian restaurant, we'll see what my mouth is like. And if I can eat, I need to reward myself. Okay, stocking up on the flavors I like while there's still a sale on. There's it's not a big reduction, but they might as well just stock up. They like these tiki ones. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, everybody. I'm here at Host. Last time I was here was in September. My friend for her birthday lunch. So my mouth is still somewhat frozen, but I'm getting. Some of these are hard, but I got a soup. So I'm going to start with that chili garlic syrup. And there's a sambar. It's like a dal. Supposed to mix that thing in. And so that's going to be kind of, there's not a lot of change. Now, these are a bit harder. But these are, by the time I finish the liquidy stuff, my mouth should be unfrozen enough to eat these. These are the snacks. It's like appetizers. And then I'll go for the main course. Almost unfrozen enough to eat. But I think for everything I need a reward. I'm looking forward to this. There's fish here, and there's blada things which I'm not. And I'm getting a samosa. I'm not a huge fan of these types of samosas in the restaurants, but I'm getting it because my friend is a very big fan. So I sent her a picture. Anyway, bye for now. This is the main course. My mouth and tongue and all is fine, but for some reason this time my lower lip is really swollen and frozen. So I don't know if accidentally a bit of the freezing thing got into it, or he purposely injected it to, for the cleaning. I don't know. But it's still really, frozen and sore. That's what's making eating a little difficult and talking. But I'm eating tongue and mouth, and it's actually okay. I just want I hope the lip unfreezes soon. It's really swollen. Anyway, main course. One of the fish. That is a chicken keema. Now, when I was a nutty professor human kid, many years ago, there was a staple in our family with keema, but with beef keema. Those days there was very rarely chicken keema, and there was no such thing as vegetarian keema back then. They didn't have the plant-based keema, which I make these days, the vegetarian one. But this is like a more traditional, it reminds me a lot of the beef ones I used to eat years ago, the masala and the way that they fry it. Is more like that than the plant-based ones I make. So that's the chicken keema, that's a bit of a butter chicken, with palak and corn. not to pollock and corn, some vegetables, some chana, a naan, chars and chutneys, a little bit of dal that I brought before. What I said before, back when I was not even professor, a human kid, I was always a semi-feral cat human kid. I just didn't know the cat part at the time. Made my identity kind of difficult, But it was always a feral cat, a semi-feral cat. Just didn't know it, And I was sort of a human kid, but hated being a human kid. Anyway, bye for now. Hey, dessert, my favorite, rasmalai, and I'm being very restrained today because of all of that excess with gambling. I think I'm going to practice some self-control and restraint. Only have 4. There are about 1 million calories each. Anyway, and I might try some of the other sweeter desserts just to finish off with. But I'm going to limit myself to 4. One time I was told my friend that I was going to try to go for the gold world record. Well, I did the driving for a friend, picked up the cat, dropped them, and there's a snowstorm started. I had a nice chat with the chap in the car, fellow cat person, and then driving past this PetSmart, actually where the adoption center was, where I used to volunteer. And of course I have to stop. So I stopped in to get more. Well, the stuff is on sale, so I got getting more. I got it in Richmond Hill, and I'm getting more for the kids. But so back to the kids soon. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. I guess that was quite a productive day. So if it's just go back. This is one of the babies eating dry food there. One of the babies eating dry food there. Agita ate some dry food just before I came back, and as soon as I came in the door, as a welcoming, she threw up on the carpet. A bunch of dry food, so I just threw it up. But I just cleaned it up. Agita does throw up from time to time. It's usually okay. So she'll just eat again. And I got lots and lots of tiki cats and Merricks, and we got all kinds of just full there. So the kids are going to have a good supper. Yeah, there's a snowstorm, and everybody thinks it's really bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but the roads were okay. I mean, there's snow, but the roads are pretty much okay. Just you can see traffic's moving, and there's 1 inch, 2 inches. This is a little bit, but it's not quite as bad as they had predicted yet. Probably get worse. So I'm home. As I said, got the teeth thing done. Had a big brunch. Did some PetSmart shopping. Did some book shopping. Did some cat volunteer driving, sort of. Driving a person who needed a ride to pick up the cat, and then more PetSmart shopping. So I count that as a fairly productive day. So anyway, back home with the kids, safe. Bye for now. Tomorrow maybe auto show. We'll see how we feel. And then Friday, if the weather is, if the weather permits, I might make the trip with the Mini. But if it's really bad, I'm not going to risk. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 a.m. The earliest I've ever got up, And we're having some playtime here. The kids slept on the bed with me tonight, and Geeta came to the bed in the morning, and I think we had a good night. And I got a very nice, comment on my podcast, the latest one from my former student, former podcaster. He seemed to like the auto show one. He liked the voiceover. He thought it kind of worked. The visuals they were not well edited because I'm not good at that stuff. They were very choppy, but he seemed to like the narrative. So anyway, I'm up this early because I do want to take the Mini. So far, the weather, if I start driving and there's sudden really bad freezing rain or something, I could always turn around. But so far it looks okay, and I do want to get that Mini fixed. And the local people, they were just useless. They never called me back. They never tried to get the parts. So, and I trust my mechanic out there. And after seeing all the cars yesterday, I want to get my Mini fixed. I miss it. I haven't used it in 2 weeks because of that wheel bearing problem. Now my mechanic said that if the noise becomes really loud, the wheel could fall off. but it's not really loud. If it becomes really loud, then I'll pull over and call CAA. I never do that. I keep saying I'll do that, but I never do that because I didn't. If I'd call CAA with the Porsche, I wouldn't have destroyed the engine. I keep trying to push for the next exit, and by the time I get to the next exit, the car's gone. So the engine is wrecked. And I've done that twice. I did that with the BMW too. So try not to do it with the Mini because I really like the car. Compared to all the cars I saw yesterday, I prefer the cars I have. I like the Mini. I like the Pacifica. I like the 430. I like the Corvette. Porsche's not running, but eventually I might get it fixed. And I like the old Corvette, old Cadillac, even though it leaks oil and stuff, and it's very, very big. And then there was that old Mercedes Sports I saw that was like $3 million. I got an old Mercedes, not a sports, and that fancy. It's not worth anything. And I scratched it up getting it. Okay, I got up early this morning, about 6:30, and fed the kids and got ready. 7:30 by the time I left the house, but they left the condo. Got gas, got my gyms and stuff. And it was cold but sunny in Toronto. And as I'm approaching London, of course, there's snow. So hopefully, as long as the roads are okay, I should get to my mechanics by 11. Hello everybody, I left home by 7:30, 7:45. I got here by 11. The wheel bearing is done, so the wheel isn't going to fall off, but apparently there's some problem with the oil filter. He's changed the oil, but there's a broken oil filter cap or something, and it could lead to dirt getting into the thing, which like a blood clot or something. I don't know. Not likely, but it could happen. And he doesn't like me driving. But there's nowhere around here. There's no Mini dealer where you can get the part, and none of the parts places had the right part. So I have to take it back to Toronto and take it to BMW. So he's a BMW Mini. It's the same thing now. So I got to take it to BMW on Monday, and if they can give me an appointment. But they have the part, so at least I can pick up the part, and then I can come back here. And he goes, "Oh, I don't want you driving that far with the broken cap because dirt could get in and then screw up the engine or something." And I'm like, "But apparently they don't have to rechange the oil." He says it's just a cap. You just have to and he said they shouldn't charge you more than half an hour labor. And I don't know. I don't like going to the big dealerships, but we'll see. So that's for Monday. They're gonna call me and they're gonna and in the meanwhile, my friend is going to be happy because it's very dirty. I'm looking, there's a car wash here and a dog wash, but for some reason, nobody's really sitting here, and that car is covered in mud and nobody's done anything. This person's taking their time. This one's sitting in the car. It's dirty. They haven't got out. They haven't got out to wash it or anything. They're just sitting in the car with the car dirty, and that person's doing kind of weird shit. It's like scraping it. You can see there's somebody waiting. I mean, you would think in the car, and they're putting. I don't know. This is ridiculous. I'm going to go because they're not. Nobody's planning on actually. You would think people in the country are supposed to be more considerate, and they can see somebody's waiting. But and what's he doing with the with the squeezy thing? I don't. And then that one's just sitting there, and that one's soap takers was washing the mats, and I gotta go. Hey, I came to this other car and dog wash. A friend of mine, when I showed this, how do they do the dog wash? Do they do it in the bay, or is a separate area? Because that would be too much pressure, I think, for a dog. It would just rip them up. I don't think they wash them in the bays, but I don't know where they do the dog washing. But anyway, I don't need dog washing, obviously. That's a car wash, So and there's nobody here. The other place, people were just parked. They were just parked. They're spending the day there. Oh, this is the first time I've been to the house in a couple of months. This is the first time I've been in the house in almost 2 months, and there is some progress. It's very warm in here, so he's left the heating on, which is fine. I'm paying for it, even though it's not being used. And it's not like we have water on to freeze or anything, but still, I'd rather not take chances after what happened. So fine, I'm willing to pay for the heating. But it's nice and warm in here, so, now. cabinet doors are on. Most of them. They're a little uneven, but those doors aren't on yet. But that's progress, and the counters are done. And look, there's a sink. The sink's in place. What can I say? Isn't that something, And yeah, just the doors there. And he's had a lot of the boxes taken to the garage to there, so that we've got a little bit of space in here. Really, it's now, the stove has to be pushed back, a little patch up there, the cabinet doors on the bottom part, and the washer dryer are in the huge progress. They're in the bathroom where they're supposed to be. Well, they're not quite in place yet, but they're in the right room. That's a big step in the right direction. They're in the right room. They're not in the family room, So and the vanity is where it should be. It's not hooked up. I'm pretty sure it's not hooked up. I'll say that pipe is still going there. It's not hooked up, but it's there, and the toilet's kind of in its place. Again, not hooked up. And I've got lights. I bought light fixtures like 4 years ago. So 5 years ago. Light fixtures that need to go there, And this room, the study. Yeah, now, I could even bring the babies next time because, I can sit on that chair and the litter box is already here. They got a food bowl, they got a water bowl, they got litter. I have to vacuum up a little bit this, I don't know, this mouse droppings or whatever it is. There's a battery. If my babies come, I don't want batteries around. I don't know what the battery came from. Oh, from this alarm thing. But they could jump up in the chair, look out, and they could run around here and just use the litter box and have some food and water and, and chill a little bit, and then we could go back. So, it's doable if they want to come with me. But I can't let them loose in here yet. There's still, there's no railing up here. They could fall, and they go wild on these stairs, and they go into those cabinets and stuff. So that's now upstairs. It's not a lot of progress. The shower is still dismantled, so that's in place, but that's been in place for some years. This corner, this room needs to be done a bit, and the railing, either he does it or somebody else does it. Shower thing has to go back. So really upstairs is really just that room. And downstairs, and the lights. I've got them. So, I don't know if I've actually shown this before, but that's the house, not the brown garage, that's my neighbor's, but next to it, the white roof, that's my house. And then, that's the lake, and you can see the lake from the house, you can see it from the driveway, you can see it from upstairs. There's a boat out there, And if you go down here, the little path, there is a little beach, and we actually have this road, I think belongs to the Public Works or whatever, but we have deeded access. My name is on the access on the, people come anyway, you don't have to, nobody stops anyone, but everybody comes and they park there, and then they go down to the little beach and they do fishing. Hello everybody, the big garage. Doors were shut, everything seems okay, and cars seem okay. So it's got a bit dirty, but I guess maybe just dust coming in from the gaps. So, and that wind's gonna scrape on the side, but I did try to get it out. We'll worry about that, and I think that tire is going flat. Worry about that in the spring, at least his engine is running. That one, I'll try starting these three and see which ones start. Those two might start because they get shut-off valves on the switches on the batteries, so batteries are not drained. This may or may not start. Let's see. I'd be very surprised if it did. Okay, this one on the Corvette started because the batteries was disconnected. I've just got a little switch. I can switch off the battery and then turn it on when I come back. So I just turned on the switches, reconnected the batteries. This one started, that one started. Mercedes, we don't have the switch, and I didn't disconnect the batteries. I didn't have the tools, and all that stuff. So I just left it, and I was planning on I wasn't planning on leaving in 2 months, but So I'm not surprised that the battery is drained. It will need to be boosted, but I'll do that in spring when the car gets back on the road. I can't even unlock it because it's a remote is not working. There is in the report a little key that you can detach and unlock it that way, which I'll have to do when I come to it, but I won't bother today. I'm not going to boost it. Now, this one started. I just pulled it out to give it some fresh air, and I saw that back of the tire is very, very low. So fortunately, I have a compressor thingy, and you can do it either it's got a rechargeable battery, or you can plug it in. I plugged it in. You know, fortunately, the days of this car, the rear passenger is all smoked, so you have the cigarette lighter, so I hooked it up. I don't know if it's actually going up. You know, it's very slow. That's the thing with this. Very slow, but at least we'll keep it from going completely flat. So that next time, I just have to like chop it up and take it to a garage. And I'm not going to take it out today. Today I'm just checking on the cars, started them up, checked the tires. I'll pump this up a bit so that it's not totally flat by the time I come back. You know, it shows you. Yeah, 7.5. That's very low. It has to go up a bit. I'll bring it up to at least 20. You know, no rush. Let it fill up a bit. And then we check the air on the other cars. You know, but they're all fine. You know, they're all here. Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting this one back on the road. I do enjoy driving this. The muffler is sitting there, so I'll have to take it to Chatham and see if I can get that muffler attached. Yeah, the tire pressure and that one looks okay. Tire pressure on this one looks okay. This one started very nicely. So I might move it just a couple of feet, yeah, like a foot forward and backward, just so that it's not sitting on exactly the same spot on the tires, because that way you get like a flat spot. So I've got a couple of feet at the front. I'm just gonna move those buckets. I can move that forward a little bit and back, just so that we get it's not sitting on exactly the same spots. I don't want to go back too much because I don't want to hit the Mercedes. Anyway, so that's what the joys of having a car collection. Oh, anyway, bye for now. I stopped at the Swiss Chalet on the way back so I can use points in Brentford, Ontario, and just a little off the highway. And I'm getting the soup and quarter chicken dinner, and they have like a bundle. You can do soup and like using points anyway. Big crisis. They don't have Tabasco. I asked for Tabasco, and he went and he looked under the bar, and then he went that way, and then he was like going, you know, and I'm like going. I realized that something was up, and then he came back and he was like going, "We don't have any Tabasco," and then he goes, "I go, you got anything?" And he goes, "I can bring you some wing sauce." So he brought, yes, thank you very much. So this is like the hot wing sauce. I guess it will have to do. So anyway, bye for now. They found some Tabasco, but there wasn't much left, and I think they needed it for the bar. I can see it there. I can see the top of it, but I think they needed it for the bar. So I restrained myself. I would have put all of it, but I didn't want to use the last of the Tabasco from the bar. So I put some, and then I'm using the wing sauce, salt and pepper, and the chili sauce. So it'll do. You brought me an extra sour cream instead, I guess. Anyway, bye for now. Good morning, everybody. I got back last night and I fed the kids, and I just rested with the kids after all the driving and everything. And I went to bed really early. The babies cuddled next to me on the bed, and Agita was nearby. And in the morning, we're having our playtime. So everybody's having playtime with the toys here in the master bedroom, and I'm just going to feed the kids. And then the plan is I got to catch up a bit on journal entries and try to do some writing. And there's more snow outside, not all that much, but still there's a bit of, there might be freezing rain and stuff today. So I think I'm just going to stay in. A little later, Nagita's very nicely settled there, and one baby's there, and one baby's here, and the kids have had their breakfast. They enjoyed their flavors, and I had some cheese and crackers and stale bun, and now I need to get back to some writing, even journal entries and stuff, which I have last couple of days, a little lapse again, just been busy, but I'm going to get back to that, and maybe some quite real, unquote writing as well. All that stuff last week, I haven't really written about it yet, Hello everybody, it was a relaxing day. I ended up just catching up on journal entries, wrote about yesterday and some thoughts and stuff. So I did like 6, 7 pages, 8 pages, so just journal entries, not the other writing. I might be able to excerpt some of the journals into my other manuscripts. I do that sometimes. So anyway, and then just to relax, I fed the kids, of course, their favorite flavors, and then I cooked this is Beyond Keema, so not meat, plant-based, with gobi, cauliflower, and yellow banana peppers, and lots of Thai green chilies, and asparagus. I had some asparagus in the fridge, and tomato. So I just threw the asparagus in, so we'll see how it's sort of a Nutty Professor exclusive. And we got one baby here, and we've got one baby here, and we've got Agita here. They've had their supper. I'm about to have mine while watching TV. So, from the 4 of us, bye for now. Tomorrow I'm thinking of going for brunch, do some grocery shopping, and then edit and post the next one. So, from the 4 of us, bye for now. Good morning, everybody. Gita's playing there with the toys. Babies are playing with toys here. One decided to go into the travel case to play. So we get one baby there. We get one baby here. We're going to get her here. And I'm here. We had a very good night last night. I cooked the veggie curry, and I ate while watching Snowfall series about cocaine and crack in the 80s, I think, in Los Angeles, funded by the CIA. So I watched some of that, and then did a little bit of reading. Finished rereading a book by Jonathan Latham that I liked, and spent some time with the kids. Went to bed. Both the babies cuddled very nicely with me during the night, and they were settled nearby on her perch. And in the morning, we all got up early, and I said, okay, everybody's up early, you might as well just have an early breakfast. So I gave everybody churro and topper, and, I didn't actually give them Merrick, but it was like early morning, and they all came to the kitchen, and they wanted something. So I said, okay, just have an early breakfast of churro and tuna topper from Tiki. So and then we all went back to bed. We're woken up again around 10 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, we've already had breakfast, so let's have some playtime. So they're just having some playtime, and this one is playing decided to sit in the, for playtime, decided to sit in the travel case, So, just gonna work, do a morning journal entry, and then get ready, and go out for brunch, some shopping, come back, and I may try to edit and post them. Hello everybody, I've come to this stupendous place, and the food has arrived. There's potato, there's chana, there's 2 big rotis, and there's hot sauce in that thing, because it comes with, I thought it was a fried egg, it comes with a boiled egg. I haven't had a boiled egg in years. I've forgotten how to break it. I don't know. I'm gonna peel the thing. It's been like 30 years probably since I don't remember ever having a boiled egg as an adult. It's never really my thing. Anyway, let's try it.
And then all the people have reported to me.
The food is actually quite good. I managed to deshell the egg. Deshelling, whatever, and put lots of hot sauce. That's hot sauce, not ketchup. It's very hot. It's good. So I put lots of hot sauce and salt and pepper, and I'm mixing it with this stuff. The rotis are very, they're good. They're not naans, but they're good. I think they're fried, but they're good. So anyway, I'm enjoying this, and lots of hot sauce. I can't complain. And I don't mind the boiled egg. It's actually going with all of this. Bye for now. It's not surprising that there's a lineup for the car. There's only one car in front of me, and at least they seem to be washing. I don't know. Not like the place in Chatham where they just put the button in. That person doesn't seem to be washing. I don't know what people do. They just pull into the car wash and then they take out the mats and I don't know what they do. They clean the car inside. You could do all this shit outside. Anyway, pretty soon the Pacific is going to be clean. Bye for now. Okay, this is the absolute worst parking underground thingy in Toronto. Yeah, I've just negotiated some of these already. Oops, okay. This is a little wide, we can make it. Anyway, I gotta concentrate on this. Fortunately, this car doesn't have a holder thing. But I just got back a few minutes ago, put away the Dollarama shopping and the Drug Mart shopping, basically cola and stuff. And I brought a toy for them. I think I've got several like this already, but one of them is kind of half-heartedly playing with it. And the other one, they ignored it for the last 10 minutes while I was doing other stuff. But now he's like going, yeah, okay, it's another toy. I'll play with it just to make my dad happy. So we got one of the babies there, one of the babies there, and Agita there. Very, very comfortably settled. Now, had the brunch, washed the car, went to PetSmart and Canadian Tire, but didn't actually buy anything there. They didn't have the flavors that my kids like, and we've still got lots. So it was more for something to do. I went and checked. And then Drug Mart for cola and, soap and that Dollarama. And they get some chips and stuff for myself and a cat toy for the kids and some snacks and some, candies and stuff like that, So, came back and I'm going to edit and post. So, on the whole, this return, in a way, it was less of an ordeal or less intense than before because the gambling thing itself was so intense. And just so draining. And it worked as a sort of it was not a control burn, but an out of control burn. But it was just so intense that it kind of dampened the cravings for anything else. It was like, oh my God, yeah. And then there was the auto show and the day trip, and I have to go tomorrow, see if I can get that other part, for the mini here and stuff like that. And then yesterday, just at home, today, brunch and the usual reshuttling, washing the car, which got dirty by the time I brought it back, and going shopping and stuff like that. So, in some ways, and I'm really, really hoping, usually these things go for about 6 to 8 weeks, but I'm hoping that this time, because the way it worked out, the slither thing didn't last as long as it normally didn't go as deep as I normally go, because I rechanneled into the uncontrolled burn of casinos, which just gripped me. And then I won the money, and then I couldn't walk out. And then that was just so harrowing that it sort of did work as a controlled burn. So it was a kind of out of control burn. It actually, the pull is a little less. It's still there a bit. I felt it on the trip, but a little bit, but nothing compared to the usual. So let's just see how long this lasts. It's just going to go day by day and rechanneling, and we're going to try to write. I haven't really yet. I've just been doing journal entries. That too, I had to pull myself back into them because I pushed myself into them, whatever, because there was a bit of a hiatus during the gambling days. And then afterwards, I sort of had to really get myself back into them. And I did. Yesterday, I wrote a bit about the trip and stuff like that. So that's where we are now. And the house is progressing, but at my contractor's snail pace. It is moving, but, very slowly. So that's nothing really new there. So from the 4 of us. So one baby there, One baby there. He did play with that. He liked that thing, you know. We've got several like it, but anyway. So we get one baby was there, one baby there. Agita, very, very, very comfortable here in her closet. And myself, the nuttiest of professors. Okay? So from the four of us, bye for now. See you next podcast.